And now for the moment you guys have all been waiting for. Cameras. What camera is best for me? What camera can I buy? It's cheap but still effective and makes my stuff look absolutely epic. What brand should I buy? What the hell does 1080p, 2K, and 4K mean? And what the f is a frame rate? Well, let's start with the most important question of all. And that is, what's the best camera for you? Now, especially in this downtrodden economy where times are really tough, you want to get the best bang for your buck. So the question really is, what's the most economical capturing device that I can purchase and still make amazing films? Now, one thing to keep in mind is that in the last 6 years, so much has changed in this industry that it's kind of crazy. Bigger's not always better. And in this case, in this industry, especially in this day and age, bigger is absolutely not better. In fact, it's more advantageous to have a smaller camera these days because you can get better angles and better shots than you could with the big camera. So what you could once do in the past with only a $30,000 camera, about this size, and that's minimal, you can now do it with a camera that shoots in absolute HD, true HD for that reason, about this small, and for about less than $1,000. But keep in mind that not all of your productions are going to call for that high caliber of quality production. You might need to do a quick interview with a quick camera that might be a flip camera or a GoPro camera. These cameras cost $150 at places like Best Buy and other camera shops. They shoot true 1080p HD and they look miraculous. Of course, as long as it's under the right lighting. But you already know about the lighting and you know that you're going to have to get a kit to make that happen. So using both of those things simultaneously, you're going to have some pretty good looking footage for very, very minimal money. Good stuff, right? Now also keep in mind that the iPhone and other smartphones out there all have 1080p resolution on their cameras. And although that sounds far-fetched and crazy to actually use on a production, consider this, that I did recently in one of my productions and it turned out beautifully. So I'm sitting at this set and we're doing a list of interviews for one of our clients. We have two cameras positioned on them. The first one is the one I'm using right now, the Canon 7D. And the second is just for the heck of it, the little B-roll camera on my iPhone. I put on the side as a second B cam so that if we wanted to do some cool effects in post-production, like a quick side angle or something, we could actually cut to that. Now, when we finish editing all of the video and then we put it out to comp for our client so they could check it out, the client who saw the video going back and forth between camera A and camera A again being the 7D and camera B being the iPhone, the client decided that she wanted to do just camera B and to scratch the camera A altogether. Now, it might be because she looked better in camera B, but the fact that she liked the quality enough to go ahead and say, screw the first camera, let's go ahead and roll with the second one is absolutely stunning. I mean, she went with a phone versus an actual camera. And the quality was spectacular because it was under the right lighting, under the right condition in terms of audio, and it just looked great. And it was my phone. So, as you see, productions, although they seem extremely far-fetched in terms of using something like a phone or a GoPro camera or a flip cam, it's not unheard of these days. And in fact, it's not their job to tell you what you can and cannot use. Clients, I love when clients always question my authority in regards to, is that your camera or are you gonna be using that little thing? When in reality, yeah, I'm gonna be using this thing because it looks better than the $4,000 camera in my other bag. And that's just the fact. That's the matter of fact these days. You use cameras because they have great optical lenses, great sensors, and at the end of the day, it's all about the glass between you and your client, you and your subject, you and your talent that makes it look miraculous. Don't ever let someone question you on what you are or are not using. Just remind them that you got this. So understanding this knowledge and knowing how to get away with it actually impresses people. It blows them away because they realize, oh my God, you can do so much with so little. And that's the whole idea these days. Do so much with so little, and it will actually give you a name for what you do. Consider the camera we're using right now. Who would have thought that I was actually using a digital camera right behind you? You, the audience, is looking at me through a photo camera. What?